Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your bonus. This is another bonus reading for June 2021. We are going to look at the biggest unforeseen change coming in for you at this time. But Cancer, make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But we're going to just jump right in here, Cancer, and take a look at what is going on for you here. Definitely like some sort of positive new beginning, so I like to see that. Also, we are dropping cards, so star, I will definitely take that for sure. But Cancer, let's see what we have going on for you. Cancer, you start off with the wealthy man card here. So some of you, I feel this is really talking about you. I feel like it's it doesn't matter that you're not a man, if you're not a man or whatever. I don't attach gender to my cards. So this could be just you. I feel like you're increasing your abundance in general, not just financially, but just abundance. Like I said, abundance in general is increasing for you here. I do feel like, I kind of get this feeling that like, there's I'm really focused. I keep getting drawn to this Two of Pentacles that's right here. And in a lot of ways, I feel like it's saying there's like great abundance available to you, but I do feel this energy of really like kind of like cranking something, you know? You have this Wheel of Fortune right here as well. And I almost feel like you're really like having to get something started. It's like, I don't know if you've ever seen like any of those old cars or something where they like literally had to crank the engine. That's like the feeling that I get from this reading, really. That's like intuitively what I'm getting is like you're kind of in this place where it's like you're building up a lot of like energy or momentum first before you have, you get all this luck or there's this significant new beginning coming in for you. You have the Magician, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like one of those things where I want to tell you, work really hard right now. Because, like, yes, it's going to require hard work. Or it's like you're really, like, kind of cranking this engine. Like I said, that's the best way I could describe it. I don't even know anything about engines, by the way. But that's what's popping into my head here, Cancer. So I would, like, put in the work. You have the Magician, the Hierophant, and the Six of Wands here. I do feel like this is, like, good news coming in for you here, Cancer. So I do feel that some of you are getting good news, and it's one of those things where this good news is kind of what's getting you to put in the work, right? Whatever it is that you're working on here or whatever is getting started. I feel for some of you this is like official news because you have the Hierophant here. And so it's like the Hierophant can represent an establishment or something that has been around for a long time. Like, if you're getting a job somewhere, it's like you're getting a job for a company that's been around for a long time. Or you could be getting a job with the government or something else. It's like something that has been established. And that's what's popping into my head here with the Hierophant. And I do feel that is like the biggest change that is coming in for you. Is like you're about to get either approval or like recognition, Star card right here. And the Six of Wands is also a card of recognition. So it's like you're getting this kind of either, I'm getting this like approval energy or this building up energy, like I was saying with the engine, right, in this first row. And this is going to lead to some very, whatever, I don't know. we're going to see what this leads to here, Cancer. I feel like it leads to a lot of good stuff for sure. I'm noticing all these little birds on the Six of Wands there. They're kind of like hanging off the flower. I'm not actually sure if that's focusing or not because my iPad is frozen, but, Mercury retrograde, right? But there are these little birds that are right here, and those little birds kind of represent, or are kind of saying to me, it's almost like you're lifting people up with you with whatever change you're making. So I like this quite a bit for you, Cancer. I feel like there's definitely some good stuff coming in for you. Nine of Pentacles, very independent energy here, so I like that. That could be a good thing. King of Pentacles, card of convention, card of the way things have always been done, and also a card of establishments. So again, I do feel that if you've been waiting to get like approval, or any type of official approval, if you've been waiting to get a mortgage, anything, that could be official, getting a job, then I feel the biggest change coming in for you is that there's going to be some sort of change or approval coming in here. I love this for you, Cancer. And you have the Ten of Swords here as well. I actually would see this as a good thing. Again, for a lot of you, I feel that with the Emperor right here, it's like you're getting out from under the thumb of this Emperor controlling energy. I'm kind of seeing this as multiple things here, this Emperor energy. And so on one hand, I feel like you're setting yourself free from an oppressive energy. For others, I feel like you're moving towards, like, again, a new kind of like official position at work or in business. This reading to me looks more career driven, if that makes sense, Cancer. So, that's what I'll say there. You do have this TikTok card here. So this card kind of says, like, it's time to get moving, right? Really what I feel this card is saying is that it's time for you to make sure that you're putting in as much work as you can with that Two of Pentacles. I do get this, like, kind of really needing to balance yourself out with that Two of Pentacles. I feel like there are going to be times where you're feeling very, very motivated to work, to crank that engine, to get things moving in your work or your business. And then I feel like there are going to be times where you're not feeling as good. So I feel like balance is going to be very important. On those moments, or during those moments when you feel really, really good, I would put in, twice the effort. When you're feeling tired, make sure to rest, make sure to recover, make sure to, recharge your batteries and all that other good stuff. But I do feel like there's a need to kind of get moving here. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Star, and the Emperor. Something is giving you hope here. Something is removing you from this Five of Pentacles energy. I do kind of look at this almost as kind of like, I'm trying to think of a good example of what this could be. It's almost like, kind of like a ball and chain, around you is what I feel. Where it's like there's this energy that you're almost dragging with, and that's, I have no other way to, kind of describe the energy that I'm feeling here. So I feel that there is like a heavy energy that it's almost like you're dragging along. There's something that's been kind of like weighing you down for a long time. For some of you, it could be like a lying, cheating, stealing situation with another person with the Seven of Swords here. For others, I feel it's just like, being oppressed. Literally, there is no other word with the Emperor here. It's like you've been... I don't think you're making yourself a victim or anything like that, Cancer. I do feel like there have been certain things that have kind of held you back, right? There have been certain things that have prevented you from moving forward. But something is giving you hope, with the Star. I feel like something is pulling you out of this energy. The Star can kind of represent a rebirth, and I do feel like there is a rebirth coming in for you. The thing is, Cancer, is that I would say that you have a choice, right? We go from the Magician, Nine of Pentacles, to the Star, to the Wheel of Fortune, major successful turnaround. Going this way, it's like this could be stinking thinking right here, this row, because going to the Seven of Swords, we're going to clarify. We're going to see what comes up here, but I would be careful of staying in victim mode, right? And I would start, because this reading is almost saying, like, yeah, there might be certain things that are oppressing you, right? And I'm not discounting that, but what I am saying is that there are other ways of doing things that could pull you out of that energy. So I do feel this kind of like more, like empowering energy here that's trying to get you to pull yourself away from anything that makes you feel left out in the cold. I think something people forget about the Five of Pentacles is that there's a church on the card. And it kind of represents sanctuary. There is a place of sanctuary for you. There's a place of safety, security, comfort, protection, and freedom. But you have to kind of like choose it, is what I would say there with that Five of Pentacles. And that's kind of like the energy I'm getting here, Cancer. Let's see where this is going, Cancer. Knight of Pentacles, yeah, it's going to require work. Like I said, I definitely get that feeling here, right? I definitely get that feeling where, like I was saying, it's like you're cranking the engine in this reading. It's like you're putting all this work to kind of get something spinning, to get something moving, and it's requiring work and effort. You have the Page of Pentacles, happy new beginning coming in for you. And the Ace of Wands, are you kidding me? Like I said at the beginning of the reading, this is a new beginning reading. That is the biggest change that's coming in for you, is kind of like a very happy new beginning is kind of what I see here for you. Something is like you're seeing something as very inspiring in a lot of ways. I'm a little bit surprised that like the Temperance card isn't here, Cancer, although you do have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles could kind of be like mixing things together in certain ways. But, I do kind of get that like Temperance type of energy. Temperance is, could be you taking a negative and turning into a positive. So I feel you do have that opportunity here where it's like you are maybe in a situation, but this reading is like saying you don't have to stay stuck. Next, you have the Strength card here. So I feel like you've been very patient. It is a card of gaining strength as well. I almost feel like saying gaining your stripes. I realize that lions do not have stripes, but, I feel like for some of you, it's kind of like you've earned your stripes is what I'm getting here on the Strength card. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. I would definitely be careful of any liar, cheater, stealers, even not just in love, in all areas of your life. Two of Pentacles is still juggling. Wheel of Fortune is repeating a cycle. So this to me is like saying you've gained a bunch of strength, you've earned your stripes, and now it's time to move away from a liar, cheater, stealer with this energy. I do feel like a lot of fear on that Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords to me can be a card of fears and worries, but the Two of Pentacles is, again, how you look at it, right? Two of Pentacles. There are two Pentacles. It is like a card of weighing your options here, Cancer, and the Wheel of Fortune is a change in your destiny. So I feel like there is a major change coming in for you here, something that's going to lead to like a lot more happiness and abundance and just like, good stuff, right? Oh, all in all. But let's see where this is going here, Cancer. You have the King of Swords here, so let's keep this going. You have the Devil right there, toxic energy. I'd be careful of this liar, cheater, stealer for sure. And yes, definitely. I feel like you could be seeing someone get their karma here for sure. Seven of Swords, the Justice card, the Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Swords. That to me is saying that some of you are kind of, and even the King of Swords is law and order. So I do feel for some of you, a major change that could be coming in for you is that someone is getting their karma for what they have done for you here. The other way that I'm kind of like seeing this reading is you have that wealthy man card. I'm not saying you're going to attract a wealthy person or anything like that, although you could, right, Cancer? I do feel like you could be attracting a person who has like significantly better energy than this past person, right? But I do feel there's, for whatever reason, there's a need to protect this. If you're getting into something new with someone who's much better than this right here, I would say that I would like protect the relationship from this person. If you have to block this person, remove them from your life, whatever, then I would definitely do that as much as you possibly can with that energy. Where is this going, Cancer? You have the Moon, so you're not really sure. You have the Fool, just a new beginning, really. And the Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor. So again, I definitely feel like there is a new, if you're looking for love, there's a new relationship coming in, someone much better. And it's kind of like, where is it going? We don't know yet because of that Moon card. The Moon card to me sometimes is like the universe basically saying, you can't know all the answers up front. You just have to go through the experience. It's like, that's why I don't think, like, I frequently say in my readings that I don't know. And because I don't, right? I don't think we're meant to know everything. I don't trust a psychic anyway that would be able to, that knows everything, right? Because that's not how it works. We have to experience things on our own sometimes, and we can't know the answers. And so for some of you, if you're in a new relationship, I feel like it's kind of open-ended, or if you're getting into a new one, it is open-ended. I definitely feel uncertainty here. Again, this type of energy here, I do feel like we can end up in toxic cycles with a person because, there's a certain level of comfort there. If we know a person, they could be a jerk or a cheater, but, I understand why people sometimes get stuck in those situations. But it looks like you're kind of, that a person could be getting their karma, and that's what you're seeing here, Cancer. For others, I feel there's just a new beginning coming in for you. The Moon, again, a little bit of uncertainty. The Fool taking a leap of faith. What are you doing? Empress, glowing up here. Emperor and Empress, definitely a divine counterpart coming in for you. Could be a Pisces. You have the Knight of Swords, scared of taking this leap of faith here, Cancer. And the Hermit. Yeah, you're on a journey at this time, Cancer. The Hermit, he has like climbed to the top of the mountain, and now he is shining his inner light at the top of the mountain. So I feel for some of you, it's kind of like you've been doing your soul searching, you've been looking for answers, you've been trying to find answers in some areas of your life. And I feel like you're still kind of on that journey, so to speak. And for others, it's, again, you're kind of like waiting for that Empress energy. And that's what I feel like you're kind of like cranking up to, right? So in a lot of ways, I would also say that this reading is saying, keep going. Don't stop, because you're kind of like about to get to this Empress energy. You're not there yet, obviously. But I feel like you're about to get to that very kind of like empowered, abundant space. So I like this reading for you, Cancer. I like, what I would say is I definitely feel like, it's like work. I would keep putting in the work into whatever you're trying to improve, but I like it. So thank you for being here, Cancer. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Cancer, and definitely enjoy your week.